And you talked about those lessons in self-discipline. Can you illustrate that with a couple of examples as to those days? How did they help you in your day job as a banker, then as a negotiator, and then, of course, your pivotal role in trying to deal with the euro crisis?
It's a very good question, Abhishek. And you learn lessons of leadership when you're on the line. On the first trip I took, we had an accident when we were at sea refueling, and the refueling lines between the destroyer and the tanker split, and oil spilled all over the deck. And we had sailors who were out there working with the refueling who suddenly were cast about on the deck in stormy weather, slipping on oil and at risk of falling overboard. As their officer at the time, it was my responsibility to go out there and physically help them. You have to be prepared to meet challenges and grow up fast when you're in the military. It doesn't matter whether it's the U.S. military, the Indian military, the British, you name it. And you learn these lessons of leadership, which can stay with you throughout a career. I learned the importance of teamwork in the Navy. I learned the importance of being decisive in the Navy. I learned how you can exercise discipline. As a navigator, you never slept more than a couple of hours at a time because you always had to be conscious of the need to adjust the course of the ship when you were at sea. This is the nature of military service, and in many ways, it's becoming, I think, a more selective service in the United States and around the world these days, as not too many countries have conscription. I'm a great supporter of required public service, either military or non-military, for every young man and woman, because I think it breeds a certain level of discipline and a certain level of maturity, which can stay with you throughout a career. And certainly during the dark days of these negotiations, you rely upon some of these old lessons of working with a team. Leadership is not just about being decisive and finding the right strategy. It's about working with a team. And those are one of the first lessons you learn when you're in the Navy or any service in the military.